Actually, just starting my journey, I had done my graduation from London School of Economics. So when I was doing my course there, and I'm from Hyderabad, so I'm born and brought up in Hyderabad. So when I kept seeing that city, that was my first world exposure, I should say. And when I was seeing that city, and then I used to keep thinking about Hyderabad. So I always thought that, if this is there in Hyderabad, how does it look? If my city is like this, how does it happen? So that's probably where the thought process started. And as I traveled much more, as I went, I've seen more experiences, I've grasped more things. Then I realized this is how we can translate it in the Indian context. So probably the thought process started there. And if you are saying about innovation, I'm sure all IAS officers are trained to be innovators, because our job is a generalist job. We adapt to the circumstances, we adapt to the place that we are in, and we tune our policies or whatever work that we do in context of the governmental priorities of that area, and also the people's needs of those areas. So any IAS officer that you see would be working for a particular area in a particular kind of way. So that is where the adaptability comes, and that's where the innovation comes from. So when I did the mask, for example, it was totally a surprise for me also, because I found a couple of weavers coming to me and saying we have a lot of dead stock with us. We are not able to reach out to the markets because of COVID. And these are weavers who are very poor, small weavers, and they had all these stock and they didn't know what to do. The production was just not happening at all. So then we realized that we need to help them in some way. But how much of governmental dole can we give? The government was supporting them in terms of giving them pensions, giving them COVID relief. But we thought ultimately it's the stock which has to go out from there. And their looms have to start working. So that's when we realized that, and parallelly, our medical team was asking us for masks. At that point of time, when the first wave happened, there were no mass production as such, and WHO had prescribed a cloth cotton masks as the main agenda for COVID protocols. So that's when we realized, why can't we just meet these two needs together? We have our in-house production. We have the women also who have a lot of machines, sewing machines and all. So we can just use it in-house and use it within the districts. Many districts have done it, but we had the first mover advantage, in the sense we started in March of 2020. And we had the production capacity in-house, so we didn't need to go search for anything. And that's how these women also gained confidence, and later they innovated with different types of masks. They went ahead, and once we started that spark, I think people just need the spark, and as administrators we are there to do that. So once we started that, many women came to me and said, we have Ayurvedic professors in this town, so why don't we use some Ayurvedic tincture on your mask? Because that was again an age old practice. Many people take a potli, आप हिंदी में भी देखते होंगे, कैंपर के पोटली बनाते हैं, और they use that. So they said, why can't we put it in mask? And that there came the Ayurvedic mask. So that's how, and sometimes the thoughts come from people. All they need is a person who can understand that, and take it forward. They might not know how to market it, how to make it on a mass scale, but they had the idea. So that's how, that's where we did it. And I would say it was totally a team effort, which had just happened, and we could just park that effort.